Hi and welcome back to the channel. So today we are actually going to be hearing the Jupiter XM. So I have already had two just talking videos, so I thought, well, that's enough of that. Let's actually play the thing. So because this has been out for quite a while, well, 5 years, there's absolutely loads of videos. So today I thought I would just go through some of the Jupiter X pads and strings, and that is the new bank that came in 2023. So that's only a few years old, so there won't be as many videos around. I've got the editor open, which I haven't actually even mentioned yet, so I am going to do this in a separate video. So this is the scene builder. I have created a new scene called Jupiter X Demo, and I have brought in a few other parts. So there's a couple of other Jupiter X's and an SH101, and I will kind of bring them in and out depending on the patch, and I've also kind of set up an ARP as well. You can see this is your kind of part, so it's a lot easier to switch them off and on. So if you want to bring in the second part, just switch on keyboard, third, fourth, and then the rhythm, but we don't need that because we've got the ARP, so that's not going to be on. And then you've got your tempo and your master level there. But like I said, for the purposes of this, it kind of makes my life a bit easier just to click these off and on, and I can adjust the volumes and everything as well. And I've actually just got this connected up through USB to Logic, so it does actually have an audio interface built in, so I didn't need to go through the Focusrite. So this is the first patch, and it's called Epic Patch, and we are in, let's say, we're in Model Bank and Jupiter X. So this is what it sounds like. I'm actually going to do this demo using the XM so that you can kind of see how it plays, and then in the next video I'll use my new complete S61. So I'll maybe put it down an octave. So a point is, when you're in the tone list, these won't do anything. They aren't assigned at all in the tone list. They are only assigned in the, so you can kind of just ramp them down. So you're back to using the pitch and mod. And depending on the preset, there might be something applied to the pitch and mod, the mod wheel as well. It's not the greatest first patch, so we can just scroll through, and let's say I'm going to go to my kind of next favourite, which is Wind Voice. I'll put the octave back up. So I don't know if you will see the screen here, but I get the LFO and the envelope. So we're on pitch LFO, and I can change it to filter and amp, and I get that on screen, and then it's on the envelope filter, so I can change the attack as well, just like that. And then I can change the LFO type. So we're on sine, and then I can change it to sample and hold or random. And then you've got the rate. So and then you've got your cutoff and res. Pretty cool. Right, and the next one is, I keep accidentally using this knob instead of this one. It's quite annoying because this is right beside the screen, so this is the filter slope, so I keep adjusting that instead of the one for the actual presets. It's quite annoying. This is Oct Stack Pad. The next one is the Slow Atk NZ Pad. So on part 2 I've got Slow Atk Soft Pad as well. So I'm going to bring that in. So I'll let you hear what this sounds like on its own. I know. So I'll just bring in part 2 and I can just click on there, and this is Slow Atk Soft Pad. I'll go back down a octave. See, I've got the level down a bit on that too. The string. So we can adjust the envelope a bit, bring up the sustain, adjust the release. We can change the oscillator type. So if we go down an octave, we'll try changing the oscillator type. So we're in saw, so we can change it to square, or triangle, sine, or Juno. Just the pitch, put the pitch up a bit. Res. Is Signals from Sky. Well, I had to kind of put that one in, didn't I? this is on Roland, so we could put it on the Moog. So it changes, and adjust that to -24. Right, this is Dark Night Pad, so I might as well keep it down in the octaves. So you can see the other four. Adjust the rate. So this is Jupiter Overture. So we'll bring in part 2 as well. And see if we can bring on the ARP. The only problem is you can't change the rhythm as it's going, so if I want to bring in the clap, it won't work, so I need to stop and then bring in the clap. It's really annoying. can change the pattern. I can change the type to this one. Bring it up to beats, and then so you can just play around with them. The only problem is that you can't just do it as it's playing, which would be much better. So you could start off with the hi-hat and then bring the clap in. So there we go. That is a kind of a look at some of the pads on the Jupiter X new engine, which came in firmware version 3. So like I said, next time I'm going to hook up the S61 and I can play it a bit better. That's it for today. So as usual, if you have been enjoying the videos, please like, subscribe, share and comment, and I will see you in the next one.